You'll probably know about the importance of retained firefighters. In fact, half the firefighters in this region are part-time.
Which is why many people are worried about a new decision from Europe. It could force many retained firefighters to give up their jobs and could even put lives at risk. Our political correspondent Andrew Sinclair reports.
This is an issue that's starting to worry the hundreds of firefighters who hold down full-time jobs but also make themselves available to their local fire service. In many parts of the region, like here at Wymondham in Norfolk, the local station is manned entirely by retained firefighters.
We're all on call, so we respond in our time and give something back to our community.
Retained firefighters are essential to any rural fire service. In fact, it's the only cost-effective way to run this sort of service, which is why there's a lot of concern at the moment at this latest proposal from Brussels. It's a change to the European Working Time Directive, which prevents people working more than an average 48-hour week. Britain was exempt from it, but MEPs have decided we shouldn't be, and suggested that being on call should count towards those 48 hours.
All the evidence is that workers who work long hours actually endanger themselves and their workmates, and when they work with the general public, the general public.
But if it goes through, the directive could affect people like Ken Weston. At night, he's a nurse at the Norfolk and Norwich Hospital. During the day, he's on call at Wymondham.
If the directive was brought in force, there may not be any cover by retained personnel at Wymondham.
You might have to stop doing this job.
Yes, certainly could do.
There are 5,000 retained firefighters in this region. They make up 71% of the force in Suffolk, 66% in Norfolk, 58% in Cambridgeshire, 47% in Northamptonshire.
If that opt-out is removed, that's going to require us as Cambridgeshire Fire and Rescue Service to do an absolute fundamental review of how we provide fire cover to a very large percentage of Cambridgeshire. And with that, undoubtedly, will come some significant additional costs.
Yesterday, the Retained Firefighters Union was at Westminster raising its concerns. The government hopes to negotiate an exemption. There probably will be a compromise, but it might not go the whole way. So although it's a couple of years away from being introduced, this new directive has many people worried. Andrew Sinclair, BBC Look East.
And you can see more about that in the Politics show.
Tonight, 2 men have been killed after the wall of a barn which was being